China's economic growth picked up last quarter as predicted, as a combination of investment and bank lending made up for a slump in exports. But the 8.9% growth rate fell short of some of the more optimistic predictions in the market. The government promptly said it would stick to the loose fiscal policies it has been following for the past year. Senior officials say China's job outlook remains very grave and could deteriorate further. The Ministry of Human Resources and Social Security, Wang Yatung, says the government is under enormous pressure to create jobs. The global downturn has still put millions of Chinese out of work. Wang says 3% of the country's 66 million migrant workers failed to secure work when they returned to the cities from their villages after Chinese New Year. One-third of last year's university graduates had not yet found employment. Meanwhile, Chinese Consumer Price Index, a main gauge of inflation, dipped 1.1% year-on-year in the first 9 months of this year. The National Bureau of Statistics reports that the September CPI was up 0.4% from the previous month. The hijacked Chinese bulk carrier Teshin Hai is confirmed to have arrived off the coast of Somalia. It is not yet known if the pirates have contacted the owners and made their demands known. A European NAVFOR maritime patrol aircraft has monitored the ship in the area of the hijacking. The Chinese government has said it will do everything in its power to rescue the ship's crew of 25 and its cargo. 24 suspects have been rounded up by police following a deadly brawl at a disputed coal mine in northern China's Shanxi province. 4 villagers died and 14 were injured when more than 100 armed men, believed to be hired by the coal mine's former owner, descended on the mine. Violence broke out when they tried to remove the villagers who had gathered to defend the mine they argued belonged to the village. China Daily reports that the men went after the villagers with broadswords, steel pipes, and shovels, while one even drove a truck into a crowd of villagers. And police have said the 3 escapees who were captured in a massive manhunt following a weekend prison break are likely to face imminent execution. The inmates who escaped from a prison in the city of Hohhot in Inner Mongolia are being questioned about their escape and their killing of a guard. The official did not say what additional capital charges might be filed against the 3. One was already on death row for armed robbery, and the others were serving life sentences for the same crime. A 4th prisoner was killed by police shortly after the escape. An African Union official has accused Chinese investors of overlooking bad governance while doing business in Africa. Trade expert Festus Fajana's comments come more than a week after officials in Guinea announced a $7 billion deal with a Chinese company. Guinea has come under intense international criticism since soldiers in the West African nation fired on tens of thousands of pro-democracy demonstrators in September. Africa's trade with China reached more than $100 billion in 2008. And finally, Huang Guangyu, once China's richest man and a home appliance tycoon, is facing a jail sentence of up to 10 years behind bars. The Legal Evening News reports that Huang is likely to be charged with insider trading. 40-year-old Huang, former chairman of Gome Electrical Appliances Holdings, was detained on November 24th last year on claims he manipulated share tradings for 2 listed companies. And that's the BON headlines for now. We'll be back with more news in just a moment.